Afternoon here on the show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Colorado Rockies and the Philadelphia Phillies. The Phils look to match the longest winning streak in baseball history. Coming up next. Zach Eflin, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you take a look at this guy's number. One of the things that jumps out at you is that ERA. It's into the fours. But that doesn't necessarily indicate what kind of pitcher this guy is. If he brings his A game, he can shut anybody down. The problem he's had so far this season, he's been a little bit inconsistent. He's a better pitcher than that ERA over the fours indicates.
Dan, D-Row, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
Looked like he was on that one, but it's 1-2. And he fouls this one off. The temperature here at first pitch, a very seasonal 63 degrees this afternoon. The 1-2.
Ball.
Slider, strike 3 called as the leadoff man is set down looking to open up the ball game.
Oh man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Raimel Tapia stands in as he looks at a called strike. He'll check in here at 256. 1 home run and 7 driven in. The windup and the 0-1.
No.
Eflin has both great strikeout stuff and exceptional command on the mound to go with it. A rare combination, but one that makes him one of the best in our sport.
Matty V, you talked about it. He doesn't walk a whole lot of guys. Well, if you don't walk a lot of guys, that means you have to throw the ball in the strike zone. And when you do with great stuff like this guy has, he racks up the strikeouts. There aren't a lot of guys that get strikeouts by throwing the ball in the strike zone. This is one of the few that does it.
Runs up and gets this one down. Throw not in time, and that'll go as a bunt single.
Batting third, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and in to hit next the power hitting shortstop Trevor Story. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Ball down.
Grounded to third. This could be 2. Torreyes fields it cleanly. Relay to first in time, and just like that, the side is retired. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. John Gray gets the start for Colorado in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last one to pick up a W and his last start when he got into the 7th inning. Let's see if he can make that 2 good, strong outings of 7+ innings back-to-back.
Into the box, Roman Quinn. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. These Rockies guys, they come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, man, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call.
Everything this guy throws is hard. That changeup he throws is in the high 80s to go along with that good heater.
Grounded back up the middle. Story picks it up, and that's out number 1. A moment now to check out the hometown Phils starting lineup. D-Row, what's the word on this lineup as they go for the series sweep?
At the end of the day, besides wins and losses, this should be the only stat that matters. And that's creating runs for your team, and that's exactly what this team does and this lineup does consistently. They lead the league right now in touching home plate, and more times than not, that's going to lead to a W.
Lined hard toward right center, and that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit.
No mistake what he was sitting on, looking for a dead red piece of cheese middle of the plate, and he didn't miss it.
Gene Segura standing in. Hard hit ball to second, and that'll get down for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are two aboard now.
Boy, Dero, the game of baseball has changed. There's so much velocity in the game. That was a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that he smoked the other way.
Yeah, you have to keep your front shoulder tucked right there. You have to honor. When a guy's throwing that hard, 96 miles an hour, you have to honor that fastball and try and work it the other way to keep you on the off speed.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. On a line, that's a base hit. And the throw in gets away from him. But luckily, it doesn't get far enough away to allow the runners to advance.
Boy, there's a bullet base hit right there, but you have to hold there, Dero, to make sure that gets down and isn't caught for a line drive double play.
Yeah, you have to play the game right there and respect the infield and respect the line drive. I know he wants to get a ribby for his buddy, but that's the way the game's played.
Stepping into the box, Rhys Hoskins. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Maybe a little jumpy there as he swings through the fastball. Individual matchup numbers against John Gray. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Here comes the 0-1. A swing, and he pops him up on the infield, and the infield fly rule will be in effect here. And in steps Scott Kingery. Looking to wiggle out of this. Here it is. Comes set. The 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, this is a huge pitch right here. It would be demoralizing to watch this inning slip away.
And he comes back to get him. So a great job pitching out of it with the bases loaded. Phillies turned away their first time around. On to inning number 2 from Citizens Bank Park. No score. Second inning set to go. And set to go is the third baseman, Ryan McMahon. Pitch on the way. This one is launched. Look at this. And gone up into the second deck. A solo shot down the line in right. Home run number 5 on the year. And the Rockies are out to a 1-0 lead.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
To the plate now, Josh Fuentes. As the first pitch to him is swung on and missed for strike 1. The average coming in, 257. 1 home run, 10 RBIs. 1-1 to the Rockies' first baseman. Fuentes stands 6'2" as you see him in the right-handed box. This is his second year as a major leaguer. Strike 2 swinging just out in front of the slider.
Yeah, Matty, you see the same pitch 3 times in a row and you find yourself down 1-2 in the count. Your head starts to get on a swivel here. Is he coming back with it 4 times, or do I have to sit on something else?
So he gets the swinging strikeout on the changeup. Josh Fuentes goes down to become the first out here in the second inning. And that'll bring in Garrett Hampson. As he'll take a look at ball 1. 261 the average coming into action here. 6 home runs and 15 RBIs. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss, and it's a ball and 2 strikes here. 1 out, nobody on. A bouncer to the left side. Off balance throw, but he couldn't get enough on it, so it'll be scored as an infield single.
And now it looks like they want some time to review that one here, so they'll check with their replay guys. The call on the field was safe, but it was definitely a bang-bang play and tough for us to tell at full speed.
Yeah, Matt, definitely a close play right there.
And it looks like a no from the bench, so the call will stand as safe.
So now to the plate, Sam Hilliard. And he hits it hard to the right side. And a backhanded reach at first, but he can't flag it down.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
Quinn is back, and he'll get there to make the play for route number 2.
Batting ninth, the pitcher, number 55.
2 men on, 2 out.
And up next, the pitcher spot, that'll be John Gray.
Ball 1. Hampson over at second. Hilliard at first, 2 out in the inning. Fouled off. Rockies pitcher with a bat in his hands and a 1-2 count. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Rockies are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. We'll go to the bottom of the second. It's now 1-0 Colorado. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Ronald Torreyes.
Third baseman.
Curveball taken outside to begin the at-bat. Ball 1. A ball and a strike. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
1 strike.
Lifted in the air out towards left center. Waiting on it is Tapia. He's got it 1 away.
Batting eighth, the catcher.
All right, guys, so here's how the Colorado Rockies set up defensively. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Stepping in now, Andrew Knapp. As he gets a good curveball here to start the at-bat, it's strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And it's quickly 0-2. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Man, that's a good take there on that 0-2 fastball. Just missed. He must have a really good eye at the plate.
Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted.
Batting ninth.
So here now is the pitcher, Zach Eflin.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he runs it in on him and gets him to swing through it for strike 1. And he falls behind 0-2. Heading out towards shallow right. Hilliard is there, makes the catch, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score.
Top of the third set to get underway, and that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Chris Owings. Grounded to short. Kingery's there. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third.
Now batting, the left fielder, Raimel Tapia.
Striding in for the Rockies, Raimel Tapia.
He's ready. Here's the first offering.
Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone.
1 out, nobody on.
1 ball, 1 strike to count.
And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2. Well hit to right, but that's a foul ball. Again, a 1-2. Skied in the air to straightaway left. McCutchen is under it. 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Trevor Story.
So coming to the plate, Trevor Story.
First delivery to him on the way.
And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
I don't mind the aggressiveness right there. He was definitely trying to get the head to a fastball. He pulled the string on that one. He's going to have to stay back a little bit longer.
A ball and a strike to Trevor Story. Up high, 2-1 now.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Hit out towards second. Segura fields it cleanly, and no chance on the throw here as he reaches first easily.
So frustrating, Nero. You make a good pitch and you get these guys that can run around and they're fast. You think you have an out, and all of a sudden it turns into an infield single.
Yeah, this is definitely part of his game, the ground attack, Dan. He's a speedster. He's going to get a ton of infield singles, and he knows how frustrated that pitcher is.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
But a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for Colorado. They lead it 1-0.
We're back now as the Phillies prepare for their at-bats here in the third inning. And this lineup has been terrific for this club all year. And with the highest team batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging percentage in the league, it's probably safe to say they are an absolute force with the bat in their hands. As one coach put it, we're extremely fortunate. Fortunate to have incredible talent and fortunate to have incredible work ethic. Our guys really are always trying to improve their game, and you see that in the numbers they're putting up. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Heidi.
The center fielder, Gomez.
Just gets a piece of it, strike 1. Quinn is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball, given the position he plays.
And not only just speed, but first step quickness speed. He's able to track balls down that other guys cannot get to. And sometimes that's half the equation.
Number 22.
Happy to have you along here on the show on a fine Sunday afternoon as you take a look at our upcoming schedule for the week to come. Standing in, Andrew McCutchen, a base hit in his first trip. And they'll try and get him out in front to start the at-bat, but this misses off the plate away. It's ball 1. Seared down the first baseline, but a foul ball, 1-1. Line toward the gap in left center. And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we can say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
digging in. Gene Segura, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. McCutchen is on his way home, and he's safe at the plate. We're all square at one apiece.
Well, last time this guy had some success, but he can't seem to get it going here. In fact, he's given up more hits in this one than he did his entire last outing, and we're only in the third inning.
Next to dig in will be Bryce Harper. Now he goes the other way, and he got a lot of it high and deep to left center field. But he will haul this in on the run as he had to go back to the warning track to do it, and there are two away. So the runner at first here with two gone in the inning, and that'll bring in a perennial MVP candidate for years to come, Rhys Hoskins. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. New inning set to get underway, and next to bat will be the first baseman, Josh Fuentes.
The first baseman.
Now here's the pitch. Cold strike at the letters, 0-1.
Shocked he didn't let it fly right there. Usually you're looking for a fastball elevated to get the party started.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2.
0-2 count. You could do just about anything you want right now. Up, down, in, out, hard, soft. Good time to be a pitcher.
And a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. And while we have a moment here, let's look at the Phillies' Road to the Show report. Two guys there that this organization has to be happy about right now. In now, Garrett Hampson. Fouled away. The windup and the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now.
He's going to be thinking about that pitch all night if he doesn't have a big game right here. Pulled his front shoulder and everything went with it.
Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Into the corner and slicing foul. Hits are even right now at 5 aside. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out.
It's always nice to keep a guy that has good wheels off base, and that's just what they did right there. Big strikeout, keep that guy off the base path.
Into the box, Sam Hilliard. As he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing.
Threw that fastball right by him. He had no chance to get the barrel of that one.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. Ready on 1-2. And he'll try to entice him with the changeup here, but it dips below the knees. It's 2-2. Hit to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the former first-rounder Scott Kingery. Now here's the pitch. In there, 0-1. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
This is the only guy in the lineup that struck out so far, and now he finds himself in the hole with 2 strikes.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning.
Now batting.
So the base is empty here with 1 away.
And up next, the infielder slash utility man, Ronald Torreyes.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
1-1.
Hit the target, but this is low, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Pops this one up. In there, a base hit.
D-Roll, this is the kind of guy, he doesn't really scare you as a pitcher because he's not a home run hitter, but somehow, some way, he always seems to get the barrel to the baseball.
Yeah, he's going to make you earn it, Dan, no doubt about it. He stays within himself. He doesn't try and do too much. One of those quality guys that walks through the clubhouse door every day. You know exactly what you're getting.
At the plate, Andrew Knapp, as he sends a soft bouncer to the right side of the infield. And he won't even try it at second as he flips to the pitcher covering to get the shooter out.
Pitcher number 52.
Settling in now, Zach Eflin. He flew out in his last at-bat. Ready to deliver, here's the first pitch. Swing and a liner. Full extension, but he can't make the catch. That's strike 1. Ready with the 0-1. Goodness. 0-2 now.
Real ugly 0-1 swing there. As a pitcher, you've got to be hunting for the strikeout, knowing you have this guy way off balance.
A 1 ball, 2 strike count to the Phillies pitcher.
Boy, he sped him up in this at-bat. Now it's time for the changeup. This guy's got a good one, and he hasn't thrown it yet in this at-bat.
2-2 the count. Heading out towards shallow right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. And we're back from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Let's check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I talked with Rockies skipper Bud Black between innings, specifically about his club's offensive output to this point. And he told me he'd like to see a lot more aggressiveness in their at-bats the rest of the game. Too much of the time they're finding themselves in disadvantage counts like 0-2 and 1-2, and that's basically never a formula for success. He said they're getting a lot of strikes to swing at, so the emphasis the rest of the game has to be to jump on those strikes early in the at-bat.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Dom Nunez will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Into center field, line drive base hit. So that puts the Rockies leadoff hitter aboard to start the inning.
Hey, nice AB right there. With the pitcher coming to the plate, your job is to get on in front of him. This should be interesting. Does he get the bunt sign? Do we play a little billy ball and pull it back and try and play chicklets with the third baseman? See what happens.
John Gray shows bunt on the first pitch, but he pulls it back 1-0. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And they indeed have the pitcher bunting here as he gets this one down. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Up next for Colorado, the second baseman, Chris Owings.
Back to the top of the order now. And next to bat, it'll be Chris Owings. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Behind 0-2 now. Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top.
Well, the left fielder's on it, and that retires the side. Rockies strand one. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Welcome back for the bottom of the 5th. Here's Heidi Watney.
Matt, I talked with Philadelphia's manager during the break about the Phillies' offensive production to this point. And one thing he mentioned is how well they're doing at simply putting the ball in play. They currently have more than 1 hit per inning, and looking at strikeouts, they only have 2. So far, the recipe for success has been to make contact early and often.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Set now for the bottom of the 5th, and set to go is the switch-hitting outfielder, Roman Quinn.
Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch. Swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And gone. An absolute bomb. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 2 for him on the year. And it's given the Phils a 2-1 lead.
Hey, every once in a while, this speed guy will jump up and bite one. He absolutely crushed that baseball. Doesn't fit his usual tool description, but he can go deep if you leave one over the heart of the plate.
Here's Andrew McCutchen now.
Andrew.
As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball 1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. Two balls and no strikes.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
The 2-0 on the way. Popped him up. Nunez is underneath this one. 1 down. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring in the middle infielder Gene Segura. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Count now a ball and a strike. 2 runs, 7 hits, and no errors on the ledger for the Phillies to this point. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Man, this guy's been locked in all game long. I don't know where that ugly swing just came from.
Hit on the ground out to short. Story scoops it up. On to first, and there are 2 down.
The right fielder, number 3.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring in a dangerous hitter indeed in the form of Bryce Harper. Line drive snagged on a short hop. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Phillies get 1 in the frame courtesy of this solo home run. 5 innings complete. Now 2-1 Philadelphia. At the plate, Trevor Story, 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game.
The shortstop, Trevor.
First pitch of the at-bat.
No.
The 1-0. 1-1 the count. To the left side, but it's well foul. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there to try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Here's Ryan McMahon now, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike. Here's a big swing and a miss on the fastball. 2-2.
When the pitcher on the mound's establishing this kind of heater, you got to come off everything else and find a way to get that bat head in the zone.
Swung on and driven to right, and no doubt about it, gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. His second of the game, as the Rockies have come back to tie this one at 2 apiece.
Second home run of the game right there. He is locked in at the plate. You hear so many of today's players talk about rhythm and timing. Well, he is perfectly on time in the heart of the zone.
Standing in now, Josh Fuentes.
The first baseman.
And he'll take a changeup here for strike 1. No hits to this point. Liner towards second. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Oh, man, you can't hit a ball any harder than that. I mean, this ball gets on him in a heartbeat. Nice job to stay with it, though, and then make the out at first.
Ready now, Garrett Hampson. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Hey, either this hitter needs a cup of coffee or he was sitting off speed right there.
Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away. Off the bat, it was pretty clear right away that that hit was going to get him at least 2 bases.
Yeah, Matt, some people like to crow about homers and powering drives, but you have to like hits like this.
To the plate now, Sam Hilliard. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Swung on and missed. 1-1.
1-1.
Couldn't lay off that time, and it's 1-2. 2 runs, 8 hits. No errors in the ballgame for the Rockies thus far. And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ballgame, and that one ends the inning. But the Rockies are able to knock things up thanks to this solo home run. Bottom of the 6th is straight ahead, and we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. Bottom of the 6th inning now, and here comes the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
Phillies, the first baseman, Rhys Hoskins.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch, and he fouls this one off. One ball and 1 strike to the Phillies first baseman.
Everything this guy throws moves, and that 2-seamer has a mind of its own.
Tried to crush that ball, and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. The 1-2.
Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count. 3 balls.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Throw in time at first for out number 2.
The batter, the third baseman,
Ronald Torre is the next to bat. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter-friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Back up the middle and in for a base hit.
the batter.
Digging in once again, Andrew Knapp. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's set and the pitch. And a little self-preservation down at first as he pulls that one in to end the inning. Phillies strand 1. 6 innings complete, all square at 2-2. Striding into the box, Dom Nunez. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Oh, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
And they'll try to bounce a curveball on 0-2, but he holds back. It's 1-2 now.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Here now the 2-2. Slice down the left side, but foul. Ready with another 2-2. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game.
Yeah, as they say, there's a hole in his swing in that location, so a good job there of exploiting that. That can be real hard for some guys to overcome when teams start figuring out what locations you just can't handle.
Number 35, Elias Diaz.
And this will be fouled away. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right, and that's in there. Base hit.
Got to be a little frustrated on the offensive side. Yeah, everybody's getting.
Now batting, the second baseman with
Here comes the Phillies skipper on his way out toward the mound, and he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. He'll depart with our score tied, and he'll still be accountable for the runner at first, and the best he can do is a no decision in this one. Spencer Howard comes on to pitch here with 1 man gone in the top of the 7th.
Spencer Howard.
Here's Chris Owings now, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. A ball and a strike now. The 1-1.
Ball, no.
Got him. And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Raimel Tapia is next as he finds himself behind 0-1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. And he lays off for ball 1.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. And he strikes him out as well. So make it back-to-back punch-outs here to the first two men he faces out of the bullpen. One left for Colorado. Score remains 2-2. Robert Stevenson gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Robert Stevenson.
Didi Gregorius is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the seventh. Hit down the line at first. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Again, another foul ball. Stevenson has a strong chance of being an all-star this year. He's currently leading the vote totals among relief pitchers.
Hey, hats off to this guy right now. It wouldn't have been my first guess if I was thinking about who was leading at this position. But you know what? He's played very well this year, and the fans certainly have taken notice.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. A full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at-bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Hit sharply on the ground. And that's going to be a base hit. So a great job off the bench as he's aboard to kick off their half of the inning. Throw won't get him. So a struggle that time for him in center field, and as a result he'll be tagged with the E8 on the play. So now to the plate, Roman Quinn. He swings and sends it in the air to right center field. Catch made out there in right center as the runner will tag from second. And he'll make it up to third safely here with 1 away.
Now batting, left fielder, Andrew.
So a runner stands at third. 1 man is out. And that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball 1. Swing and a line drive, but just foul.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
The 1-1 now to McCutchen. And not a real good cut at that slider, and he's behind 1-2.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your A swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Swing and a fly ball, but shallow. And that's not going to do it. Hampson has it, and I'd be surprised if they send the runner. And never much of a chance to even think about scoring there. What a big second out.
The second baseman.
And that'll bring up Gene Segura. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. Swing and a miss. A little too anxious there. 1-1. 1-1 the pitch. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. Hampson is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. No runs on 1 base hit, 1 error in the inning, and a man left on. We'll look ahead. Jose Alvarado has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 46, Jose.
All set for the start of the inning, and in to hit next, shortstop Trevor Story. First pitch on its way. Now a swing and a fly ball. And that is off the wall, but in foul territory. Foul ball. The 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. McCutchen is going to get back, and he'll put this one away on the warning track for the 1st out.
Now batting.
Well, look there at the numbers for our two starters here today, with both guys recently departed from the ball game and looking on from the dugout.
Ryan McMahon
will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, we take you back to inning number 6. This was his second home run of the ball game as he'll stand in here looking for number 3.
Ooh, that was some gas. Triple digits on the radar gun.
The 0-1 pitch. Behind 0-2 now. Both teams have 9 hits on the scoreboard. And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and have backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
Josh Fuentes is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0.
He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. The set and the 1-1.
And he lays off the breaking ball there as he moves ahead to 2-1. 2 out, nobody on. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one.
1, 2, 3 go the Rockies. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. Jairo Diaz is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 37.
Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring up Bryce Harper. He's set. Here it comes.
Phillies. The right fielder, Bryce Harper.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. But this one will bend foul. Had plenty of distance though as it landed in the upper deck.
Got caught lunging there as this one's fouled away. Here's another 1-2. And he takes strike 3 called on the fastball. 1 gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1. Lays off the slider, and it's 1-1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. And that nearly broke our tie, but instead it's a foul ball. Hard hit at 3rd. McMahon gathers it in. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The batter.
Riding in once again, Scott Kingery. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game.
This is hit high in the air out toward left center. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Phillies down in order, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Garrett Hampson, and his guys need him to get things started here in the top half of the 9th. Quinn is there, 1 quick out to start inning number 9.
Now batting, right fielder, Sam Hilliard.
Now to the plate, Sam Hilliard. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point, and it's fouled away.
One out, nobody on. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Ugh, is that ugly? You could probably throw anything out there to this guy. He'd swing at the rosin bag if you throw it up there.
And a swing and a miss there on a late-breaking slider as he set down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
Into the box now, Dom Nunez, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Well struck down the right field line, but just fouls as he just misses extra bases.
I think for every player, for every former player, that swing right there is the reason we need to extend the netting without question. Want the fans to be safe.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he strikes him out on a good pitch, so 1 run can win it as we head to the bottom of the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Colorado. Score remains 2-2. Stepping into the box, Ronald Torreyes. He's 2 for 3 and looking for more here. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Center fielder giving chase. You can't get there as it falls in.
Leadoff base hit to start the bottom of the 9th inning right here. Everybody in the dugout on their feet, top stepping it. We're going to see if he works a bunt, hit and run. I don't know. Maybe he's swinging for the gap and he gets to be the hero himself.
Stepping in now, Andrew Knapp, batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike 1. The winning run is at first base. The 0-1. Lifted down the line in left. McMahon in foul ground, and they can't run it down. Now the 0-2 pitch. Possible winning run aboard here. Nobody out. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Ready with another 2-strike offering. And he turns on one, sending it high and deep to right. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard. The relay. And it's in time as he's out at third as the good relay gets him. Alec Bohm will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 28, Alec Bohm.
And every pitch so crucial in a tie ball game, so he'll step out and ask for time. And that misses low and away, ball 1. Bohm, 23 years old. This is his first year at the big league level. Possible game winners at second base here with 1 away. Oh, pretty healthy hack that time. It's 1-1. Shot toward right center, and this is down, and that should do it. And the Phillies are going to pull this one out. They walk off a winner.
Well, that at-bat shows clearer than anything that some guys, they have that clutch gene, and some guys just don't. He brings home the winning run from second and is being absolutely mobbed by his teammates. What a finish.
Not a lot of fireworks, but that narrows the candidate list for our top player of the game. And the man you see here was a key contributor, so he takes it home in this one.
It wasn't a huge offensive day for him. He only had one hit, but he definitely made it count. Put one out of here that ended up being a really important swing of the bat in this one.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. Philadelphia came through when it mattered in the ninth on the way to the win. Jose Alvarado claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Our final line score this afternoon: